Hey, welcome back to Fatty Margins. Well, it's been a bit of a day. It's finished now for the week. Got the pack in the back, got a stove, Billy, some tea. Figured I'll grab a sandwich somewhere and we'll head down to the river or something like that and brew the Billy and have a chat. Hope you'll hang around. I'll talk to you in a bit. G'day guys. Right, well, we're in the woods. Well, hardly in the woods. This is a piece of forestry ground, and it's a made path. It's a well-trodden path. You get lots of dog walkers, but you know, it's in amongst the trees. And we're going to go down here a little ways. There's no cars parked up today, so it's promising. And we'll make up a brew and make a sandwich. Alright, so this is my view, more or less. And as we're going along, we'll find a spot now in a minute where it breaks and we can get down on the rocks. Got my flint and steel with me. Got my bush cooker, but I brought a gas stove as well. As it hasn't rained, apart from the odd storm, really, for about 3 weeks. Well, here we go. For your own safety. The trees come down and they've seen fit. You see how low it is. The rivers in West Wales are all very short. This is the Ystwyth, and this river's probably wouldn't be 30-40 miles long in total. It's a very short river, so they go up very fast and they tend to go down very fast. And this, as I say, has been dry, so it's struggling a little bit. But yeah, a tree comes down, and of course, powers that be feel compelled. I suppose they're worried about getting sued. I can understand that, I guess. I had to put up a sign and stop people from clambering over the tree down to the riverbank. We'll head down a little bit further down here, see if we can find a nice spot. And again, here you can see where the bank's been washed out, the river's come up, and so to stop you going over to the edge and falling over, they put up a fence. It's kind of indicative, I think, of the way this country in particular, and the West more generally, is going. Where the authorities aggrandize themselves more and more authority, more and more power, and think it necessary to infantilize the rest of us and treat us as though we're children. I mean, sure, somebody could go down there and fall in, but you know, I think people should be left to take responsibility for themselves. Now, this doesn't look too bad at all. It's a bit damp, surprisingly, a bit muddy looking. Yeah, maybe we'll keep going a bit further. Anyway, guys, here we go. This looks promising. This looks good. Yes. This will do very nicely. Won't be here that long. Tread carefully. Don't trip over the little stump sticking up. Otherwise, they'll have to put up another sign. Yeah, it's very pretty, isn't it? There you go. And we'll come down here. My favorite Billy. Oops. So, alright guys, so the stove's on. Got my 119 and 5160, and for all you geeks out there, we'll make a sandwich. That's right, make a sandwich with a 119 special. Put some hummus, some smoked salmon, some rye bread. So little napkin. I'm approaching a plate. Oh, before I forget, you know at the bush and you bring stuff, always bring a gash bag. Always take the garbage home with you, all of it. Enough bread. So I'm about that hungry. Yeah. Salmon. That's good, eh? You don't want to eat any of these grits on this river because it's all lead mine tailings. And some hummus. It's a real art, yeah. It's a real trick trying to keep you guys in the frame, not making a mess. Kind of watching yourself do things. It's kind of weird. Well, that's part of, I suppose, what I want to do about today's changes in society. We've become a society where we watch ourselves all the time, and we expect others and acquiesce to having others watch us all the time. Hey man, you've all seen this before. Now I want to tell you a story. Well, maybe I'll eat first and then I'll tell you a story. I'll bring you back when I finish scoffing. Oh, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. Well, I want to tell you a story. Where I work in a lab, path lab. And I got a colleague who's got a dad, and this lady's dad comes to the lab on occasion. So I don't know for what purpose. He asked to see his daughter, and that's fine. Anyway, one day I went to the window with a little hatch, and there he is, and he's bent over. He's pressed the button, he's bent over, and he's got a little pocket knife out, and he's cutting some tags, some little threads off his old jeans. When he sees me watching him, he hurriedly puts it away. And I said to him, you don't have to put it away on my account. I said, I've probably got 2 on me, I'll have 3 on me if I was carrying my keys. And I said, what is it? So he shows me. It was nothing particularly notable. He went on about the temper. It was carbon steel, plastic handle, and he told me that he keeps it razor sharp because they have sheep and they use it for marking the sheep's ears. And it was a delightful exchange. Made my day. Absolutely made my day. He was a man who was completely innocent, going about his business, using a pocket knife for that purpose. Now he could just as easily, in a different setting, have been carrying a small fixed blade knife and been doing the same thing. But that's why we carry them. And of course, for conversation with his daughter later, she said, well, you know, there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet about carrying knives and how to do people harm. I said, yes, but that's why people like us should be allowed to carry them, because we're examples of what it's meant to be about. So I want to encourage you guys to carry your legal EDC pocket knives and to use your legal EDC pocket knives and to do it discreetly, but not to shy away from doing it simply because you're worried that somebody's going to be somehow mortified or offended or frightened, because at the end of the day we're creatures without claws. We haven't got sharp teeth like the big felines, we haven't got claws like a bear, so over time we've learned to make our own tools, and it's simply a tool. A knife is simply a tool. Now if some person chooses to pick up a knife, it's because knives are freely available. Maybe you say, well, we should remove them from circulation. Well, how do you do that? How do you do that? What are you going to do? How are we going to cut our steak? How are we going to prepare our vegetables? It's a ridiculous nonsense. What we ought to be doing is asking the question, why are people picking up these tools and using them as weapons? Those of you who watch my channel, as far as I know you, and speaking for myself, are the voice of reason. We're the voice of sensible people who want to be a little bit self-reliant. So I come out here, it's going to rain shortly, and I'm going to pack this in. I don't know if any of this is going to be coherent. But what I would say to you guys is, don't be cowed. There we are, guys. I want to put my 119 away now. It's done its job. It cut my bread today. I'm going to pack up my mess, put it all in a bag, and go home. And so until we meet again, I'm assuming this comes out, I wish you all health and happiness. I wish you every blessing. And this is Steve from Fading Margins, signing out.